Bonjour and hello, doctor. Sorry, was like trying to fix my setup. I'll be ready to start in now. Okay. So I'm back with this game where last episode I was just super judgy with everybody, so I decided to name this episode Me Judgy. Because I'm pretty sure that will be thematic with this game. Yeah. I'm doing okay. How are you? It doesn't take much time to find Masato behind the track table, armed with a heart track. Do you like anything else in track, dude? Seriously? Flags and I heart track posters and I heart track headbands. When did you find the time to make all these? I get this very vague feeling that he loves track. Oof. Yeah, well, let's all channel our spirits together and lend you some brightness in your mind, and just like so your spirit is open to find the best answers you can get on your exams so you succeed and do the very best like no one ever was. Cue for the Pokemon theme song that you don't know because you don't know Pokemon, but I don't know what I'm talking about, but that was meant to be nice. Oh. He welcomes me enthusiastically, immediately piling all admin duties on me. Wow, thank you, bro. But true to my word, I proceed to be completely useless throughout the recruitment process. Oh, I don't like it when it's too bright either. That hurts my eyes. I'm the freak at home that always keeps the lights turned off, and everyone's like, I can't see anything, please turn on the lights. And I'm like, but if you turn on the lights, I'm gonna have a headache. Please keep the lights off. I'm weird. Eventually, Masato seems to give up, handing me a simple sign to wave around. Yay. Me terrible as always. I amuse myself by coming up with truly terrible pitches. Don't do that, you're going to ruin all his efforts. No. Ugh. Want a six-pack? Join track. Looking for health hacks? Join track. Get a knack? Join track. Read your black? Join track. Pick up the slack? Join track. For reasons unknown, Masato seems to love this. He grins and slaps me on the back. Why? Why? There you go, you just need to apply yourself, see? I'm pretty sure that those glances we're getting from the underclassmen aren't looks of admiration, but if I can't mess around and he's happy with it, then it's just win-win. Despite my obvious shortcomings, Masato hooks 4 recruits into track. Oh jeez, how? I'm just reading what the game says, you know? I can't come up with that kind of stuff on my own. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised that he got that many. A lot of the attendees of the school are the richer, lazier kids. Well, I guess I'm judgy, but my character is judgy too, so that's fine. I also noticed that he seems to be a lot easier on them than he was on me, because he likes you more. Me shipping Masato and Yama now. Oh gosh, I'm joking. Nice background though. When the club recruitment fair is done and everything's torn down, Masato and I head to the school entrance to wait for Rui and Yahiko. For reasons unknown, Masato is ecstatically chattering about my newfound enthusiasm. Yeah, he didn't realize you're not enthusiastic at all, you're just messing with him. You killed it today, man! That's the kind of team spirit we need! Great, I might have just gotten myself into more trouble. Thank you! You too! And do good with your exam! You can if you want to, you just need to clip after I'm done. Do super well at your exam. I'm counting on you. For some reason. I believe in you. That's what I mean. See you later, not alligator. Well, I guess I was on track for most of last year. Might as well do it again this year. Yeah, think of me rapping you into victory. Wait. Oh, I was like, who's that? I don't even know. Her name is just Blonde Girl. You're welcome. To him, and then I said, Jesus, on a gravy stick of motherload, we could use a man with your skills. And so he signed the contract with the Kool-Aid from his veins, thereby permanently joining the drama club. Jeez, what the heck? You really love that rap. Wow, I can't believe you're so good at recruiting people. You know what they've said to me? What? Something like, get a life. You're just in denial about reality. Blech. Well, darn my socks. Youths these days are so cynical. The two come to a halt as Masato waves Rui over. Well, looks like you guys have plans. I'd better leave you and Yama, I mean, you and everyone else, to have some nice time together. What are you talking about? It's more like babysitting duty, where I'm the babysitter and I have to make sure a bunch of kids won't, set the house on fire and stuff. Ah, come on. He's your best friend, isn't he? And your childhood friend? Yeah, but... Have you guys made a childhood promise together? What? No way! Really? Really? Those kind of things are more cliche than explosions in an action movie? Exactly. Well, think of it this way. Although explosions may be a cliche, they're also a staple. You can't have a proper action movie without proper explosions. It's the same with life. You can't have a proper childhood friend without a proper childhood promise. I wince. Does she have to mention romance? Really? Oh, look! There they are! Guess I better get going. Bye! Jeez. I have something in my eye. Sorry, it should be okay. Ow. Have fun storming the castle! Jeez. The girl cheerily skips away as Rui sprints to us for refuge. I try for a smirk. I'm the evil guy. I don't even have a face because I'm the main character. Ouch. Ah, finally! I got that eyelash out of my eye. Finally, it's great. Looks like you and Akira had a productive recruitment day. Akira Karube, Rui's best friend, current roommate, and self-appointed matchmaker. Also another person who I don't get along with, but let's be honest. Do I get along with anyone? Well, your friends, I guess. Akira was sure productive. I barely had any luck. I noticed that she's mastered herself surprisingly quickly. Well, I guess the that 10 years of make-believe and drama club would do that to you. What do you mean? Ah. Sorry. How do you guys do? We got 4 new recruits, 15 liters of fresh meat. That's even worse. Liters of meat. That's the... When I'm trying to censor things. Captain Leaders? Did you just pull that number out of your head, or is it actually legit? Real woman? Course it's legit. Average weight's 55 kilograms. The average teenager has a volume of Kool-Aid of 7%. His or her total weight. We got ourselves 4 new recruits. Rui's eyes are already swimming as he raves on, seemingly unaware of the curious glances from the freshmen who pegged him as a rough thug. Yeah, I mean... I mean, it's possible to be tough and athletic and also be good at math and science. What do you mean? Assuming no one's anemic, we got 55 times 4 in total kilograms, which is 220. Multiply that by 0.07 for the weight to Kool-Aid volume ratio. Bam! 15.4. Hello, demon! We're talking about the red liquid. What a weird way. Welcoming somebody. She's so like, what the heck? Round it down to 15 for a nice round number. And we got ourselves 15 liters of fresh Kool-Aid. And this is why Masato's really good at catching people off guard. I can't believe you actually calculated that. Why, it ain't no trouble? It sure sounds like trouble. Heck nah, you should see what we do in Honor Society. What is he talking about? Yes, Honor Society. Not only does he participate in it, he's president. What is Honor Society? It's a visual novel, so yeah, it does look like an anime. Basically in this game, I'm not too sure what's going on, but you're students in some sort of weird dystopian society, and there's murder on the loose or something, and there are mysterious disappearances, and I don't know what's going on because I just started last stream, and I don't know. And we are some really edgy teen. Oh, did I not mention that he's literally good at everything? Athletics, academics, heck, probably even art. Except sarcasm. That's one area I can't trump in him. The only area. Well, it's the only area you're trying, so I guess that makes sense, dude. Oh, here comes the great Yahiko Ikari. Oh no, did not this guy again? Sure enough, a familiar shock of blonde hair props around the corner. Yahiko's beaming, but I notice that he's not holding a single sign-up page in his hand. Good day to you, my pitiful peasants! You arrived just in time to witness my brilliant plan. Ugh, what is it going to be this time? Technically, he was the only one who came to us, but I stay silent. You see, I've decided to create my own club. Club worthy of my immeasurable greatness. Uh-huh. In other words, he got rejected by all the other clubs. No surprise. It's okay, it's okay. Oh boy. You're making a club? Good for ya. I know, I'm gonna call it the Happy Club, and it will be comprised of minions who will follow my every bidding. What are you talking about? I think we just witnessed the creation of the shittiest club on campus. Yes, he's probably terrifying, right? I'll look it up on my phone. Give me just a couple minutes because my phone is slow. It's like 8 years old. Okay. Kool-Aid Man. Oh no, it's so scary. Oh no. Oh no, have you seen the Halloween costume? Oh no. Oh no! Oh no, why does this exist? Oh no, that's scary. Oh. Oh no. Okay, I'm not looking it up ever again now. We'll start by taking over the school, then Isamu, then Japan, then the entire world. Sure, that's what you're going to do. Well, at least he doesn't lack ambition. Never. And once a mansion on the moon is built, we will have dominion over the universe itself. Sure, being on the moon gives you the right to control the universe. Naturally. But he does lack brains. Yeah, kind of, yes. Come back. Okay, sorry. I like how this guy is supposed to be closer because he's bigger, but this guy's arm is in front of him, so that makes a weird perspective. What you guys guys talking about all secret like? Nothing. We're just talking about how we haven't gone to GFC in a while. This GFC. As completely and convincing as this excuse is, she successfully turns Masato's attention to food. Or is it like KFC? But GFC? I like the way you think, Harry. We better go now before the dinner rush starts. Yeah, sure. He marches off, humming cheerily as Yahiko blathers on about how amazing his new club will be. Yeah. Great cover. I know. Totally inconspicuous. Just as inconspicuous as the time you wore a kimono. Nice. Of course she'd bring that up. You wanna get tickled? You wouldn't dare! Whenever you mention anything about kimonos, I feel a sudden urge to tickle the nearest person. Huh, we'd better get going. We should follow Masato and Yahiko to GFC, yeah! She speeds away before I have the chance to stop her. I only chuckle to myself as I catch up. Yeah, well, that was nice. He had fun with his friends. You should pay more attention to that kind of things than like how you dislike most people. As we make our way to the lively shopping area a few blocks away from campus, a couple of details catch my attention. There's endless posters and billboards plastered with faces of politicians with broad, candid smiles, proclaiming in bold letters, "Back to prosperity. The recession is over, and do more with more," upon scrolling tablets and giant projected screens. Yeah, you shouldn't pay too much attention to politicians. A lot of them are not that worthy of attention. Typically, the most people wish to get power and to lead other people, the less worthy of it they are. It's typically the people who would never try to go into politics that would make the best leaders and do the best job at it. So yeah, no. Forget about these people. They're just kind of meh. That's normal. There's the smoker and his buddy, the random drunkard, the group of tourists clutching electronic pamphlets titled "Welcome to the glorious metropolis of Isamu," while taking pictures in front of every possible location. Me. And most of all, the ordinary Isamuite. Powered walking down sidewalks with resumes clutched in their hopeful hands. That's also normal. So basically, this place is supposed to be amazing, and everyone talks about it as if it's amazing, but it's pretty terrible, and nobody can get a job, and nobody has any perspective. That's probably why our main character is depressed or something and doesn't want to try anything. Because what's the point? Because you can't do anything in this place. It's just a dead end to live there, probably. Everything is normal, completely normal. So, why do I feel so uneasy? I'm not quite sure, but you should trust your feeling. Maybe it's the skyscrapers. I've never liked them. They're too tall, and I always get the impression that they're watching me. Not like guardians either. not some benevolent force that's watching over the city. More like staring, waiting for the right moment to strike. And then there's the smog, that terrible, musky pollution that sits on my skin like a coat of hard mud. Every breath is disgusting, but every breath is necessary. I hate this city. I really, really do. Too bad that there's nothing better. Not really. Too bad that Isamu has always been the best, if not only option. That's what they tell you, but I'm pretty sure it's not necessarily the best place to be. Oh my gosh, you almost died. Pay attention, you idiot! I'm startled out of my thoughts as by Masato grabbing my arm and yanking me out of the street. Thank you, friend. Do you not see the red light? Red means stop. And stop means that your velocity reaches 0. You could have been run over by a truck. Despite myself, I'm touched by their concern. I'm fine, let's go. After eyeing me for a long moment, Yahiko shrugs and bounds to GFC's automatic doors, activating the motion sensor with a flourish. Ladies first. Lady, where? Right here. She slaps a hand on my shoulder with a cheery grin. Oh, good one. This guy! I can't. You mean Yama's been a girl all this time? Oh heavens no. That'd be really awkward. What? What the heck? Let's go have some chicken. Boy, I'm so hungry. Fried chicken. She quickly skips into GFC, leaving Masato thoroughly bewildered. Oh my gosh. I don't get it. Why is it awkward? Beats me. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea, but there's no way I'm bringing it up. Look, are we having chicken or not? Of course we are! What do you take me for? I don't know, another chicken? That would be weird for chicken to eat chicken, but chicken eat a lot of things, you know? That's kind of scary. Anyway. Well, good thing that neither he nor Yahiko are very perceptive. Without further ado, we enter GFC. Yeah, it's totally KFC. I mean, come on, that's so strange yet so cute. I don't know how to. I don't know how to respond to this. Hot chicken. Chicken. Lettuce? What? Probably not reading that right. Hot dog. Milk shake. Trying to read the menu. So they have hot chicken. This one I still don't understand. Maybe it's chicken renus. I need to figure out which this one is. I can't read it. And the chicken, the hot dog, I think, and milkshake. Yes. I can't figure out what this word is. What the heck is this? I don't know, but that doesn't matter at all. It's not relevant to the story. Okay. Oh, general. Yeah, okay, I get it. That's what G came from. General Fried Chicken has always been my favorite of students from the academy. It's fast, it's cheap, and it's within walking distance. It's so easy to get success. It's also pretty nice considering that it's a fast food outlet. The tables are clean, the walls are lined up with cushioned booths, and red and beige giant slathered on the walls seem fresh and pristine. For some, the smell of heavy grease and oil is overbearing. For us, it's the smell of pure heaven. And then immediately, ugh, this place sounds like death. Well, most of us. Weren't you the one who was in such a hurry to come in? Fried chicken. Shut up! After we order and pick up our chicken, we slip into the nearest booth. Masato riffles through his wallet, a frown crossing his lips. What happens? What? What? What does that mean? Dang! Those cocky! What does that mean? I don't understand. I have no clue what you just said. Is there anybody who does? What? Thankfully, no one else seems to know either. Masato is slightly startled, as if he hadn't noticed that we were there. Huh? Dude, you can't just confuse everybody and then brush it off. Nothing. So, how was class? That's pretty suspicious. But we all decide to let it pass. We're nice like that. Pretty good, but I don't know anyone in my class. What? Are they giving you a hard time? I like this guy. He's growing on me. What? Nothing like that. It's just, you know, you guys are a year older and Akira's in a different class this year. But I'm sure you'll make truckloads of friends. Oh no. Yeah, you're almost as charming as me. That's not a good sign. Thanks, guys. It's not bad. It's just kind of. Yeah, bye. That's the only problem I have with this guy, honestly. You can't just flirt with all the girls you see and have someone like me not be like, Despite the tear exchange, I noticed that there's a shadow to Rui's eyes. She definitely should have a lot of friends. She's likable, warm, fun, and talented. But for reasons unknown, chooses to spend most of her time with me, a useless cynic, and Akira, an optimist with a few screws loose. I've always wanted to ask why, but a small part of me is afraid that the moment I bring it up, she tries it and leave. What do you mean? She likes you, you idiot. She's not going to leave. No, I need to do this. It's the least I can do. Why don't you hang out with your classmates? The words come out a lot harsher than I intended. Yeah, like you do most of the time. But Rui doesn't even seem to be offended. Her expression darkens, but it's one of anger, not hurt. I don't want to hang around people like them. Why not? They're a bunch of fakes. All they do is judge me, or others in the class, or even one another. They're not outright mean, but I don't like it when people talk behind my back. It's never fun when people talk behind your back. And they pick on this shy girl in our class for no reason. It's stupid. You really hate them, don't you? Not really, but we don't get along. You don't have to hang out with them if you don't like them. She picks idly at her chicken. The air feels somber and heavy. The guys are like, oh no, we opened Pandora's box. Hey, you know what we need? A competition! What are you talking about? Now's not the time to be bringing up competitions, Masato. Actually, that's a good idea. Wait, what? She's never said that before. Generally because Masato's never come up with any good ideas. Ugh. Ugh. I'll have to sit this one out, or it won't even be a contest. Ugh. So, you and me, Yama? No thanks. You don't even know what it is! Fine, what is it? What? Who can eat the most triple S's in the shortest amount of time? No thanks. Hey! The triple S hot wings is GFC's most infamous menu item. An order of blindingly spicy wings. I don't particularly feel like disabling my mouth forever, thanks. Rui wants to watch. I glance at Rui. The prospect of watching a competition does seem appealing to her, probably because she can make fun of the stupidity of it all. Well, if it cheer up Rui, then I guess I'll have to do it. Gosh, I need serious help. Fine. You're paying me tough. You're paying though. I mean, I can't read. I'm sorry. He does not have money. Didn't you notice before? Never fear, the generous Yahiko Ikari shall bestow you with the necessary funds. He shells some cash to Masato, who takes it with a nod and thanks. Boy, this will be fun for me. I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Why not? What was this voice suddenly? You mean, why wouldn't I want to participate in a competition that could potentially ruin my mouth and traumatize me forever? Yeah, exactly! This guy. Sometimes I wonder if he's trying to be this, well, stupid. Oh yeah! And now I'm mixing up. They all sound the same anyway, so what's the point? Masato returns and slides 2 platters of triple S hot wings into the center of the table. Oh no. Rip. Now remember, every good competition needs a good audience. Let me hear it for Team Kurogane. His team. Hey Rui, why aren't you cheering? Huh? I'm in character as an audience member who's cheering for Yama. You and your drama club. Fine, give it up for Team Ishimoto. Yeah! I'm not going to scream for real. People are sleeping. I'm already speaking loud enough. Everyone in the restaurant drops into silence and stares at us. I elbow her in the ribs, feeling a flush creep up my cheeks. Stop that. What? I'm in character. Sure you are. Okay. Okay, whatever. Let's get going. We lean forward, hands just a hair away from the tray as Rui looks on with an expectant smile. 3, 2, 1, go! Masato immediately starts shoveling hot wings into his mouth. Oh, jeez. But I take a few moments to gather myself before I take a bite. The chicken seems to explode in my mouth, sending streaks of fire on my tongue. My tongue! No! I cough violently. I'm dying. And gulp down some water. This was a terrible idea. You should have had milk with it. It's better than water. Oh, jeez. Woohoo! You mustn't fail me, Marvelous Minion! Oh, everyone's actually is watching. I forgot who was Yahiko. I'm not good at remembering names. I think it's him because it seems like his other move. Hey, you gotta cheer for Yama, or this isn't any fun. Or maybe it was him. I don't know. But now that I've noticed, it's kind of embarrassing. Gee, thanks. It's not like I'm doing this for you or anything. Grimacing, I shove the remainder of the wing into my mouth and spit it out. The meat burns down my esophagus and simmers in my stomach. Ugh. Come on, Yamani's cheering squad! What is this? Rip rip ree! Kick him in the knee! Rip Ras! Kick him in your knee! Go Sato, go Sato! What is this game? It's great! Masato spits out his bones on the platter. 3 wings down already, and I've just started my second. For some reason, that makes me feel unusually competitive. Woo! You got this! You're beating him! Ice cream soda, banana split! What is she talking about? What? We think your team's full of shift to the left, shift to the right. Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight! What does that mean? What's she talking about? As she finishes her chant and quickly turns away to hide her embarrassment, I barely worked through one more mouthful of fried chicken before giving up. There has to be another way. Yeah, fifth wing down, keep going! Go Yama. My eyes land on an innocuous packet sticking from beneath the chicken bucket. KFC hot sauce. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. When Masato reaches for his sixth wing, I surreptitiously ripped the end of the hot sauce packet and squirted over his platter. He only smirks at me. Ha! Gonna take more than a little ketchup to win. He bites triumphantly into the wing. Oh, that's not ketchup. He freezes. I swear that steam is coming out of his ears. It's GFC signature hot sauce. Hot! Oh, he's dying now. You murdered your friend. You're terrible. At this rate, Masato lunges out of the booth and sprints to the Sona Machine. That's cheating. Wait. That was cheating! Congratulations, you understood something, Yahiko. Is it cheating if there weren't any rules in the first place? Either way, it was pretty dirty. Poor Masato. She looks pointedly at Masato, who's slowly dragging himself back into the booth while chugging a huge cup of water. I feel a slight tinge of guilt at his suffering, but Ri's obviously improved mood makes it worth it. So, to cheer up one of your friends, you ruined the day of another one of your friends? Good job! This ain't the end. He keels over the table, somehow managing to continue drinking from his cup. Oh, that reminds me of the last episode of Cover Maker. What is that? What? I can't read that. Of what? You mean you haven't heard of Cover Maker? You have to yell so loudly. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't been kicked out for causing a public disturbance yet. I mean, yeah, that's a good question. But one cannot help but yell the epicness of Maker. Please stop. Okay, fine. What is it? It's the Sweat series that a couple of my hallmates made. Remember? Over the summer? Seriously? Oh yeah, I saw you running around wearing a long blonde wig or something. Great. That's a mental image I'm not getting out of my head anytime soon. What? Yeah, it's about the President of the United States. Well, it's called Asirema in our web series. Is that clever? Fighting over politicians to defend his country. So it's like a political drama? No way, dude, that's boring. They battle it out with giant robots. Ugh. Prisons is red, white, and blue. It has an eagle motive and everything. That sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I mean, kinda. That sounds like the coolest thing I've ever heard! Oh my gosh. Is he for real? I don't think this guy really lies. Of course! I'm handling main event. I'm President's aide. Sure. If you're the President's aide, you're a side character. You're not the lead. Oh, really? Well, for one, I'm proud of you. You finally found your calling. Being a background character. Dude, why are you so savage with your friend? And it's not even... Oh my gosh. I know, right? I'm going to be a star. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the physical manifestation of the saying, ignorance is bliss. Episodes are all up on the website. Just search the title. Discover Mecca and you're all set. We'll have to check it out. Are you serious? How else will I know how to viciously badmouth him? Oh my gosh. I can't decide whether to be offended or be impressed. Why not both? Hey, you two listening? Sorry, what? No, I was just saying that I gotta go back. Gotta go back to what? Oh, I briefly checked my phone. 6:10 p.m. Almost Misato's curfew. He has a curfew? Why? Yeah, he has this thing where he goes to bed at 9:30 sharp every night. Just one more way that is completely crazy. Disciplined but crazy. Yeah, I mean... I know some people like that. They go to bed like so early and like one of my friends, my best friends for high school, I would like stay up until like 3 in the morning or something. I couldn't fall asleep before that anyway, so she on the other hand at like 8 p.m. she was asleep every time, so like around 7 she was so sleepy. We were in high school. Who goes to sleep at like 8 p.m. in high school? Now it's 9. But she's still starting to be sleepy at 7. That's almost cute. That's so funny. She's just like... she's that little ball of sleepiness. I love her so much. You can always count on her for being in bed on time, right on time. If she doesn't, she starts saying weird things. She doesn't understand what's going on anymore. She's just like, I'm too tired for this. Ah. Still, it's best to honor that. The only thing worse than normal Masato trying to drag me into a track... Trying to drag me into track is a grumpy Masato trying to drag me into track. Then let's go. We head out of the restaurant and back to the academy right as the sun starts to set. As the sun starts to set. It's kind of a ritual to walk with them, even though I don't live at the dorms anymore. I live at an apartment within walking distance. But since there's nothing and no one waiting for me at my apartment, I kind of just go wherever they go. Maybe it's because our stomachs are full, but we're completely silent on the way back. It's comfortable silence, but still silence. And that means thinking. And he doesn't like thinking, I think. Overthinking, unfortunately. Hamo- I almost jump as I see a group of three policemen raised by the opposite side of the street, approaching sirens, piercing the air with their incessant wailing, direct our attention to. Oh no! Whoa! A wave of nausea washes over me. The front of a city bus is crumpled against the back of a pickup truck. Thin trails of smoke mix with the pungent smell of burnt rubber and scrapped metal. The scene is surrounded by a unit of police cars and a fire truck, along with the crowd of shaken people along the sidewalk. How awful! At least they all look okay. We can't do anything about it. Let's go. Masato and Yahiko nod hesitantly, but Rui only stares thoroughly at me. I stare at her. She tilts her head. I shrug. This seems to help her to come to a decision, as she suddenly turns to Masato and Yahiko with a very convincing smile. Hey, Masato, Yahiko, why don't you guys head on back? I got something to do really quick. Masato opens his mouth, clearly confused, but Yahiko elbows him in the side and shakes his head ever so slightly. What? Say, we'd better get back before your curfew. Hold your horses. Hold your horses, I was gonna ask. Come along, peasant. Your king commands it. King? With a final wave, Yahiko drags Masato down the street. Rui turns her attention to me. I'm inviting myself over. Gee, thanks. That's what friends are for. Does the main character have some sort of trauma with car accidents or something? Despite the smirk on her face, I catch her glancing at the ruined bus. I can't find it in me to argue with her. Or maybe she's the one who has trauma with car accidents or something? I don't know. That was just very weird. Sure, I guess. We switch our route. We switch our route to a different street, remaining silent as we pass by three more police officers. Police. We reach Myriad Apartments without much difficulty. It's a pretty decent place at a low price. A lot of academy students are known to live here due to its close proximity to campus. I like how the chicken from GFC is here. Well, the other things probably mean something too, but I don't recognize. So. And he has a bucket of GFC. You need to clean up your place. You don't have empty food stuff laying around. Everything else seems pretty clean, but that you shouldn't do that. No, no, no. He has AC. What a lucky guy. Anyway. Do a lot of students live here? Yeah, why? Well, what if someone sees us? I don't want them to get the wrong idea. You don't want them to know that you liked this guy before you tell him that you like him? I feel a little uneasy as I remove my shoes. Judging from the blush on her face, it's less than she's worried about a ruined reputation and more that she's trying to cover up certain feelings. Feelings that I'm not ready to deal with. Ah, so you know about it, you just don't want it to be a thing. Like you're planning to reject her or something? Don't worry, I'm sure they just think you're one of my guy friends. What? I don't even look like a boy. I only smirk at her as I flop on the sofa. This is the place I know as home sweet home. Simple furniture, random pieces of clothing here and there, and a basic kitchen crammed into the corner. Not too fancy, but not shabby in the slightest. Comfortable. Rui doesn't seem to feel the same way. She gives everything a disapproving look as she proceeds through the apartment. I think this place has gotten messier. So sue me. Can I actually? No. She looks over me for a moment and something in her expression shifts. So, that bus. I sigh noisily and close my eyes. Can we talk about something else? You hungry? Huh? I can make you some omelets. You just ate, like 5 seconds ago. Isn't that a breakfast food? Instead of replying, I just hear the breakneck patter of footsteps against the carpet. In just a few minutes, there's the clack-clack of a knife against the chopping board, the gentle sizzle of oil in the frying pan, and the tick-tick-tack of chopsticks whipping against a bowl of eggs. A heavenly aroma rises in the air. Rui? At the lack of response, I open my eyes. It takes a little effort, but I manage to pull myself up and head to the kitchen. Rui? I stop short. Reese zeroed in on the stove, sprinkling ham and cheese over a bubbling layer of egg and humming a catchy little tune. The apron tied around her waist should be way too big for her, but somehow it looks perfect. Wait, this is Rui. Rui Hayata. Get a grip, Yama. Get a grip. No, it's too late. What? What? He has that much imagination? What? Welcome home, honey. You must be starving. I prepared dinner just for you. That's exactly how my dad got my mom. He made her an omelette. No, for real, that's how my dad charred my mom by making her an omelette. Wow, I'm so lucky for marrying such a wonderful woman, not to mention adorable. Oh, sweetie, you're the lucky one. I'm the lucky one. Jeez, that just made the same sentence. Look at your chiseled jaw, your beautiful eyes. I'm not the one who's work of art, baby. Well, why don't you have a seat, pumpkin? Dinner is almost served. Bruh. I simply can't wait to taste your delicious food, Angel. What do you prefer, darling? Dinner, a bath, or me? Oh jeez, what the heck? Oh, sugar, we both know the answer to that question. In that case, love, the first course will be your lips. My fist! What the heck? I immediately jerked back to reality, the terrible vision dissipating into thin air. Well, that escalated quickly. I don't even want to know what would bring such terrible image to mind. What the heck was that? Rui and me? Married? I shudder on the inside. Not that she's, well, bad or anything. We just understand each other more than anyone else. But then we'd have to be in a romantic relationship, and romance in high school is just... Well, we could end up losing our friendship entirely. Which would suck. And it is 99.9999 likely given my great luck. I mean, despite everything, she's always been there for you. She's always been your friend since childhood. I think she could easily steer around you. Like, the people who are good friends with someone they have a crush on are always scared to commit to some sort of romantic relationship with the person they're friends with, close friends with, and they've been close friends with for a long time, and they have no reason because they're most likely to be able to, like, not break up because they've known each other for a while. They've been good friends through a lot of things. It's not like when you meet a random person on Tinder or in a bar or whatever and you start dating them right away for no reason, and then you're surprised when you break up the first fight you get because you never had chemistry with them, you never were friends with them in the first place, you have no attachment to them, you have no reason to fight to stay with them, and you probably don't even get along with them. People are weird. Anyway. Crap, what am I even thinking about? Back to reality. What are you making? An omelette! She told you! Jeez! Ugh, omelets! Are you sure? She nudges me inside, but she's smiling. Plate, please! Huh? Plate, idiot! Yeah, your majesty. We keep things light and teasing as I reach into a cabinet and pass a plate to Rui. She freezes slightly when my shoulder brushes against hers, but I pretend not to notice. Just what the doctor ordered. One premium plate imported directly from the mystical land of Denmark. I graciously accept this offering, O humble servant. May there be lasting peace between our countries. What? She deftly slides the omelette into the plate in one fluid motion, dipping into a slight curtsy as I dig in. The delectable flavor of mozzarella, cheddar, ham, and mushrooms explodes in my mouth. Am I in heaven? Rui beams proudly. That good? As if an angel made it herself. Oh wait, one did. Sometimes I swear that there's someone else in this head of mine. It's delicious. The genuine, heart-rending smile that spreads across her face just makes my stomach sink. Why? I'm afraid that there's going to be a choice to make, so I just save. That's not the kind of smile you make when you're complimented by your cooking, on your cooking by a friend. Because she likes you and you know it. Jeez, dude, she's just really happy because that gives her some hopes that, like, you know, just friend, that is. She looks like she could jump over the moon. That kind of shining, beautiful smile that is only made when the smiler is utterly happy and completely ignorant that they're utterly happy. I want her to be happy, but false hopes is just too cruel. Maybe there's something I can do to put her down without hurting her. That's the worst thing to say, dude. Hey, Rui, do you ever think that maybe we hang out too much? What? Gentle, be gentle. Be the gentlest human being on earth. You're not being gentle. You should be honest with her. And not in this conversation, like another moment. Not now, like I don't want to have a girlfriend while I'm still in school because high school romance always go bad and I don't like this kind of thing. Just slip that in normal conversation. Say you're not ready. That's the thing people do when they don't know how to reject somebody. Except the thing I'm quite possibly worst at is being gentle. Yeah, I could tell that. You know, high school is the time to explore, especially since we're getting ready for university. So maybe you should be spending time just, looking at other things, going to events, stuff like that. You're telling me that you're going to an event with people? I'm saying that we shouldn't be together so often. You can be with people that you appreciate. Her face immediately falls. Great. Dang it. I already know that my words have hit her harder than I even intended. Ugh. Obviously, dude. Try to imagine you're her before you tell her anything. After all, pretty much all we've been doing for the past 10 years has been hanging out. We were each other's only constant, amidst new locations, new schools, new friends, that one firm foundation that's there until the end of time. If you separated Rui from Yama and Yama from Rui, I'm not sure that you would what you would find. To have me, who's always been relying on her, leeching off of her, suggests that he wants to go his own way and do his own thing. Well, it's awfully short-sighted and ungrateful. Or maybe you should tell her that you feel like you're not letting her live her life to the fullest then. Like, I really love hanging out with you, but I'm afraid you're going to miss out on things if I'm always there, holding you back. I want to see you try new things, I want to see you have fun. And if after all that you still want to hang out with me, well, I'll be happy to see you again. But I'd really like to see you try other things, because I'm really afraid I'm going to ruin your life. But I guess that's what I am, really, because I'm too scared that Rui will truly, honestly end up falling in love with me. It's too late for that, dude. It's too late. Not that I have any clue why she would, but insurance is key. She already loves you, dude. She already loves you. Look, I appreciate this, but I'm not a kid anymore, you know? I can take care of myself just fine. I think she's aware of that. She's doing this because she enjoys doing this for you, because she likes you. That's not true. Like, I know the place needs a good cleaning. I don't need someone else to tell me. That's not what this is about. I I attempt to soften the blow as much as I can. I like hanging out with you, but when it comes to this point, I think... Uh, I'm so sorry, Emma. I didn't mean to offend you. You... what? I wasn't trying to replace her. I freeze. A sudden pain fills my lungs, like I'm breathing in fire. My vision spins for a moment and... no, I fight it. Then it's gone. My knees suddenly go weak, and I stagger forward, quickly catching myself on the couch. Rui rushes forward, but I quickly throw out a hand. This? You see this? You're being a burden now. What? The words are too harsh. I regret them as soon as they slip out. Yeah, that was really uncalled for. She wasn't trying to do anything like that. Can you just let me think right now? It's what I've always said whenever I want to be alone. Well and truly alone. The need to think has nothing to do with it. And Ruri knows it. I'll be right out. Goodbye. To make her feel this way is despicable. The back of my mind congratulates me with the right, well, you got what you wanted. She makes some other new friends now. I silently watch Rui as she slips on her shoes and abruptly fixes me with a pleading look. See you tomorrow? Because she wants to know that everything will be okay. Because she wants everything to return to normal. I should go the whole way. I should say, no, probably not, or maybe, we'll see. Instead, I send an automatic smile. Yeah. See ya, Rui. Have a good night, Yama. The relief in her voice is palpable as she closes the door behind her. It takes everything in me to stop myself from catching up to her and offering to walk her back. Why is it that when it really comes down to it, I can't even push people away properly? Probably because you don't want them to be gone? Given my prickly personality, I would have thought that I could at least do that. Well, because of your prickly personality, you have such a hard time making actual friends that when you want to push them away, you kind of don't want to push them away because you don't want to actually be alone forever. Guess not, though. Guess it's just another thing to add to the list of things Yama can't do. I kind of wonder if there's anything that's not on that list. What? You can do things. I sit up, kneading at the tense knots in my shoulders. Technically, I need to study tonight, but before that, I should try to wind down. So I do have a choice. You know what? I'll watch the show my friend made, because he's very proud of it. Okay, boot up the computer, open the browser, cover Mecca. There we are. I am Jay Graves, president. Many oppose me in my choices, so I must deal with the resistance the only way I know how. Cover Maker, mobilize! This is ridiculous. I love this. The screen explodes into action as the teen in an oversized suit leaps off of a building, blending in a flashy somersault into the open palm of a giant robot. How did they film this? The robot lights up and strikes a pose with notably jerky movements, as if animated by stop motion. Oh, well, it probably is. The beginnings of an admittedly catchy opening song are abruptly cut short with sudden chanting. Give us the X, President San! We want the X, President San! And suddenly, President J. Graves is on the ground with his giant robot pet nowhere in sight. Strange. Was that a dream sequence or just bad editing? The president turns around, the camera pans out to reveal that he's standing in a broad field of wheat, reminiscent of old samurai movies. What? At the other end stands a guy in some hideous recreation of 3 different cosplays. Swirl-eyed glasses perched on the end of his nose and a flannel headband embroidered with a giant heart wrapped around his unkempt hair. What? What business do you have with the fine country Asirima? Asirima, I can't read. The guy lowers his picket sign, which is half in English, half in Japanese, and steps forward, pushing his glass up in his nose. Boku no name is Otakabo! Keep it memorized, ne, President San? What the heck? Speak English, Heathen? I am no gaijin. You just have no appreciation of foreign culture. Culture? Yes! Japan! Anime! Manga! Sushi! They are all the world's Ichiban! That means number 1. Or favorite. That can also mean favorite. Ha! Asirema needs none of your poison! It needs writers' gatherings! Hunting! Barbecues! Country fairs and extreme sports and golf clubs! What the heck am I reading? None of these weeaboo shenanigans? Wait, aren't you Japanese? No, it's probably just a weeb. I mean... Boku wa double weeaboo, of course! Oh my god. A weeaboo of American culture. Who are weeaboos for Japanese culture? What? Why, that's genius! Otakabu thrust this picket sign up to the sky. What the heck am I reading? Of course it is! Our glorious Nippon is genius! Land of the rising sun! Approve our anime expo, President San, and no blood would be spilled. Ha! Over my dead body! What am I reading? Seriously? Then over your dead body will have to be! Oh no! This is amazing. He reaches into his backpack, which is blanketed with stickers of various anime figures, and throws a long rectangular pillow at President Graves. The wheel of fate is turning! In a poorly green screen sequence, the pillow begins to transform into a giant doll in a lolly dress with a wig of luscious purple hair pulled tight over its head. If I squint, I can see that its face is dulled with exaggerated blush, eyeliner, and lipstick. It's an atrocity to the eyes. No! Don't you dare hurt my darling! Jeez. Yes, hold him, my waifu! President Graves flails in his arms in struggle, but the doll grips him tightly. An easy task, considering that it's roughly 3 times his height. President Graves stares in disbelief at the towering femme fatale, which languidly blinks back at him with two looming painted eyeballs. What sort of shenanigan is this? My waifu, the very best, like no one ever was. I think I said it earlier. Moe of the highest level! In the sudden burst of energy, President Graves throws the doll off of him. Waifu, Moe, this is Asirama! He reaches into his oversized suit and pulls out a trumpet from nowhere, playing a very out-of-tune military reveille. They, the people, need no waifu! They need a true Asireman hero! Captain Asirema, mobilize! What the heck? I'm reading the whole thing and I'm still not understanding a thing of what's happening. The field backdrop crumples to pieces as a teenage guy in a skin-tight wetsuit bursts onto the scene, swinging a pizza pan spray painted in red, white and blue. Chugging behind him is the president's mech in all its red, white, and blue with an eagle motif glory, still animated in awkward stop motion. For liberty and freedom of speech! Where's your friend in this show? He leaps into President Graves' mech. Why isn't the president using it himself? And promptly pulverizes the waifu into the ground. What? Then he suddenly stops, one fist of the mech still raised high in the air. Wait, if Asirema has freedom of speech, shouldn't Otakabu be able to hold an enemy Why are you thinking? Public school should have whipped you by now. Why are you thinking? It's amazing. That's right. You can't do fun things. Capitalism. All right. With a casual shrug, the mech hoists Otakabu over its head, spins him around a handful of times, and hurls him upward. Jeez. Otakabu is blasting off again! Bing! He disappears with a twinkle in the distant sky. Into distant sky. Yeah, that's a bing I made. President Graves nods triumphantly, clapping the dismounting Captain Asirema on the back with a steady hand. Good night, Asirema. May you sleep in peace. His phone gives a gentle trill as the credit begin to roll. Hello? Annoying voice. Okay. Hey, girlfriend, you need to, totally get over here. There's, this big meeting and, people want you. Thank you, assistant. Farewell. Bye-bye. The phone clicks and, clinks shut and, wait. Was that Yahiko's voice? He did say that he was the president's aide. I'm never gonna let him live this down. Yay, your friend was in the show. Well, it's time to study. I dig through my backpack and crack open a few books. This year will probably be really intense with the entrance exam coming up and all. Might as well do a little work. It'll be more of a pain to deal with nagging teachers than the work itself. After engrossing myself for some time, I checked the clock. It's 11. Good enough. Maybe I should just apologize to Rui tomorrow. Indulge myself in our friendship. Let everything go back to normal. Selfish of me again, but maybe this time I should just be selfish. What is this? Huh. Why is it so bright outside? What the? Why is this already 8:30? I leap to my feet, scrambling to pull my clothes on, and tear out the door. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm not even a good student. In fact, I'm pretty much every teacher's nightmare. Being in a rush to get to school isn't like me. Maybe it's because there's a difference between choosing to ditch and ditching by accident. One is your conscious decision, and the other is not. Highly descriptive, I know. I'm told that my essays are a joy to read. By the time I actually entered classroom, it's already 8:42 a.m. Teacher glances at me from his periphery, but surprisingly enough, he doesn't try to humiliate me. Probably knows that he took the time to actually go to the class, so that's good. He could have just not come at all. In fact, he doesn't make a single comment. It's as if I wasn't late at all. Elizabeth, on the other hand, is wearing a prominent glare as I slip into my seat. She keeps her mouth shut, and her face radiates with disapproval. Yahiko nudges my foot and gestures frantically. Dude! His voice spits out in a hurried whisper. I lean over to hear what he has to say. What? Of all days to be late, you had to choose today? What, was there a pub quiz? There was a pub quiz? I'll take that as a no. Dude, I'm talking about that cutie over there. You missed her intro earlier. He gestured vaguely to the back of the classroom. I sneak a peek when I'm sure that the teacher isn't looking. She looked pretty normal. I find a girl sitting by the window, head delicately turned against slender fingers as she examines something in the distance. In ordinary circumstances, I might have thought her to be gorgeous. After all, she matches the ideal of traditional beauty to a T. Silky hair, porcelain skin, delicate lips, the whole 9 yards. But instead, I only find myself thinking, what the heck? Promptly followed by, who, what, when, where, why, how? Very intelligible, I know, but how else am I supposed to react when an old friend, whom I haven't seen in ages, just randomly walks back into my life? You know her? Not only that, but as a transfer student to my school on the very last year I happened to be there. Her eyes snap to mine, but before I can see a reaction, I quickly whip back to the front of the classroom. Maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe it's not really her. There's no way it can be her. Right? I reluctantly tune my hearing back to the teacher, who seems to be in a very enthusiastic rant about technology. Surprise, surprise. Oh my gosh. This generation is wasting away from being glued to dead pixels every waking moment. Well, today I'm not having any of these newfangled contraptions. We're returning to trusty pen and paper. As the class erupts into groans, he scribbles 3 words on the board with his stylus. Your dream job. Again? They just won't give us a break, will they? Furthermore, the teachers deactivated our tablets and is currently handing out sheets of lined paper. Oof, sorry. Handwriting, really? As Yahiko passes the stack of paper to me, he leans close. So, what'd you think? I think I'm tired of writing about my non-existent future. Huh? I was talking about the new girl. I know, but I want to change the subject. Can't you get a hint? Alright, the new girl. Was her name Misaki Kazehaya by any chance? How did you know? So it really is her. I never thought I would see her again, much less in my own classroom. Wow, dude. Oh, I know, you must have some sort of psychic ability. What? I mean, how else could you have known her name? Bruh. Can you read her mind too? What does she think of me? How I came to that conclusion is completely beyond me. Nevertheless, this seems like an excellent opportunity to screw with him. It'd be a shame not to. Really? That's what you're going to do? Why? I even expected it, but... Wow. I press my fingers to my temples, pretending to tune into Misaki's thoughts. That's the song of when he's going to mess around. Ah. Oh. I see. What? She has a huge crush on you. Dude, that's mean. I hope she actually gets a crush on him. Really? But... Yahiko shakes his leg impatiently as I pause. Can you stop thinking for a second? I keep getting interference. Oh, sorry. He scrunches his face in concentration. Now you're thinking of not thinking. Whoa! You really can read minds! That's not too hard to guess, I mean. Okay. You doubt my abilities? No, I just... Shh. I'm getting something. Yahiko clamps his mouth shut. I rub my temples, mumbling under my breath. It seems she has a crush on you, but... She doesn't think you have the courage to talk to her. Yahiko puffs out his chest as if he were presented with a challenge. Ugh. Ha! As if anything can deter the great Yahiko Ikari from approaching such beauty. Yahiko, this is a writing prompt, not a discussion prompt. Focus on your own assignment. Right, sorry, Teach. He immediately regains his composure and starts scribbling messily on his composition paper. That was oddly quick. Sorry, back. I take a quick glance around. My classmates are hunched over their desks. Some writing furiously, some staring awkwardly into space. The most avid one is Elizabeth, who's already on the second page, lips moving furtively as her arm blurs down the paper. Her paper. I'm not surprised. She retains this naive belief that she can actually control her future. I can't wait for life to prove her wrong. Dude. That's the kind of people who tries really hard. They don't just give up when things don't work out. Unlike people like... Anyway. Oh. Misaki, on the other hand, has completely thrown away any pretense of studiousness, choosing to text under her desk with one hand while simultaneously pretending to write with the other. That's pretty impressive, actually. I take a quick pinch on the arm to check my state of consciousness. Not dreaming, apparently. It's Misaki Kazehaya in the flesh. 5 minutes! Write the assignment. What did the teacher say? Dream job, write 1 page. I start a prompt on the screen as it'll provide an answer. Nah, I don't want to deal with this. I deftly set my pencil to paper and scribble my response. 1 page. As morning classes log on, I feel a very prominent gaze burning into the back of my head. I refuse to turn around, trying to piece together my thoughts. Should I approach her or not? When the bell rings, Yahiko immediately tugs on my sleeve, his face shining. Oh no, he's going to talk to the girl, isn't he? Misaki. No. Dude, I'm gonna talk to her. Who? The new girl, of course. Ugh. She must be the shy princess type, waiting for Prince Charming to sweep her off of her feet. Uh-huh, sure. You're not the prince. Who better than me to make her dream come true? I think you mean nightmare. Well, good luck with that. You're not coming? Why would I? Surely Yahiko Ikari wouldn't be suggesting that he needs help from me. To learn, of course! Bruh. I worry for you, my man. You may end up a spinster your whole life. You haven't snagged a single date in all the time I've known you. Well, neither have you, but I won't mention that. Or the fact that spinsters are exclusively female. So, are you coming? I guess. At the very least, this'll be a chance for me to see what kind of person she's become. Yahiko swaggers over to the side of Misaki's desk, expertly raising a single eyebrow as he flips his hair out of his face. Why, hello there. I brace myself for a slap or a headlock in response. But Misaki only tilts her head quietly to the side, regarding him with a single arched brow. Can I help you? This appears to fluster Yahiko for a moment. Maybe the perspective that the girl has a crush on him makes him a little more shy or something. Thankfully, he's not the school's best Casanova for nothing. He can't be Casanova if he can't actually get any of the girls he's flirting with. Which honestly really tells you something about the quality of her Casanovas. Oh jeez, so you really mean he's the best for real? Ugh. Actually, yes, do you have a map? Because I'm lost in your eyes. I'm sure that's what he was trying to say. Before I can even finish this sentence, Misaki's finger whipped around her phone with ease, a long practice. In 3 seconds flat, she pulled the campus map onto her screen and shoved it in front of his face. Here, what in particular are you looking for? Wait. Oh, you're also a transfer student? What? That certainly would make much more sense. I was just thinking, it's a little strange that the student would be asking me for directions since I just transferred here. But I should have realized you must feel the instant connection with a fellow transfer student. When did you come here? Wait, this is a big misunderstanding. I'm trying to hit on you. Never say that. Oh, I see. 7 out of 10. Huh? I rated your approach. You didn't even introduce yourself. You're right! How careless of me! I'm the one and only Yahiko Ikari. Surely you've heard of me. I'm not, probably not. I highly doubt that. You wouldn't by any chance happen to be the Yahiko Ikari from Government Mecca? The presence aid? That Yahiko Ikari? Yahiko's chest practically doubles in size. Wait, what? Indeed, I am! Are you, by any chance, a fan? Oh my gosh, she really likes... Oh, that's so cute, I love this! The biggest! I really enjoyed the political satire, and the music is just amazing! Have I been watching the same show? Did you know that our patter tag is one of the top trending? And Isamu Times has us listed as a viral phenomenon. Viral for what reasons? Well, that must be a different story. Congrats! I was sure that it would become a big hit. But of course, even the stars themselves are no match for Nikari. Or the moon. Oh yeah, guess what my next dream is? Is it? To build a vacation home on the moon, yes! A vacation home? I wonder what would happen if you jumped on a trampoline while on the moon. How high could you go? I don't know, but I'm definitely going to test it. This is so cute, I love it. Yahiko and Misaki are new besties apparently, which is nothing sort of absolutely terrifying. Meanwhile, I'm being completely ignored. Maybe she doesn't recognize me? Hey, Miki. She tilts her head in my direction, eyes bright. Hi, do I know you? Wait, what? She doesn't remember? Come to think of it, she hasn't spared me a single word or even a glance. She doesn't... How could she not? It's Yama Ishimoto. He's my minion. I'm sorry. I don't think you've met. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Childhood friend, 4 years back, you, me, and Rui, we all hung out together. What? Total blankness. She's honestly forgot. Words start pouring out of my mouth as I frantically search for something to get a reaction out of her. You all lived in Seto, small town, 3 hours drive away, yes, no? Sorry, I don't think... We all played together, we're inseparable. We met at that festival, the one with the lanterns. Misaki's expression gradually turns from polite to more and more skeptical. Of all ways I imagined we'd reunite, this was definitely not at the top of the list. Do you really not remember? I'm really very sorry. This can't be it. Rui and I bawled our eyes out after she left. We hovered by the phone for hours, waiting for a single call. When nothing came, we even resorted to hovering by the mailbox in the vain hopes that we'd receive some snail mail. Is she saying that during that time, that 1 month, which turned into 6, which turned into 1 year, which turned into 4 years, she'd just forgotten us? How could that be possible? Unless... Ah, yeah, that cliche. By any chance, you haven't gotten into a tragic car accident that ended up with amnesia, have you? That's why you haven't called not in 4 years? She backs away slowly, eyeing me, eyeing me like an menacing psychopath. Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. I wore a kimono. You really don't remember? She stops at that, a flash of recognition catching her eye. Got her. I wore a goodbye kitty kimono and ran around calling you a tooth fairy. You did? 1 second thought. I really should have talked to her with no one else in the classroom. I was a kid. But you wore a kimono and called her the tooth fairy? Well, yeah, but... About time you admitted it, Yama. I'm struck speechless as the situation begins to dawn on me. You know who I am? No, you? How could I not? It's only been 4 years. Then you were... faking it, of course. Why were you pretending not to notice me earlier? And you recognized me? Well, it's not every day you see an old friend who just decided to disappear one day. She stops at that, a flicker of irritation crossing her eyes at my cutting tone. It's not like I wanted to leave Seto, Yama. I don't know what the voice to give her, so she should get the normal voice for now. So why did you? My mother didn't leave me with much of a choice. You mean Satomi? She nods. Could at least have told us you were moving. I couldn't. I wait for an elaboration, but it never comes. That's it? You just couldn't tell us? Why not? Do you mind if we can talk about it later, Yama? I'm not very comfortable discussing it in class. I open my mouth to object, but something about Misaki's expression prevents me from pursuing the issue further. She genuinely seems distraught. Wait! Yama wore a goodbye kitty kimono and called Misaki the tooth fairy? Dude! Luckily, Yahiko manages to change the subject. I decide to play along for the time being. I was a little kid, dang it! I hear excuses. Oh, excuses. It's not an excuse, there's a legitimate explanation. I somehow fell and got my yukata dirty, and it was at the festival, and we weren't very close to home, and Miki had an extra kimono. A goodbye kitty kimono? Yes. Somehow having Yachiko mock me just makes the entire thing 10 times worse. I cast a half-pleading, half-indignant glare at Misaki, who only shrugs in response. It isn't my fault you enjoy cross-dressing. I don't! If only I had Pater at the time, I would have had taken the photo. Wait, so what's this Pater you keep mentioning? Oops. Judging by the reactions I'm getting, I must have committed a huge faux pas. You don't know what Pater is? Where have you been living your whole life? On a rock? Well, technically, that's what my name would imply. What? Is it like the Secret Service database or something? Far more important, it's the most popular social networking website in today's society. I re-question your priorities. Through Pater, you share posts and with 90 characters or less. So, it's very useless, you can't say anything. It allows you to spread important news, demonstrate your support, provide instant feedback to questions, or just blog about your day. Cover Mecca got big because of Patter. As for me, I like to give updates on the progress of my day. Okay, fine, but does anybody actually care? Probably. A sudden deathly chill pervades the room. My second major faux pas of the day, apparently. People care. Are you sure? Because the way I see it, tapping two buttons doesn't exactly take you... They care, dang it! Don't say nothing different till you pat yourself. Don't say nothing? Intense Misaki? Wait, what? But the conversation brings to a halt when Misaki's phone still trails in her hand. She immediately regains her composure. Kazuhaya speaking. Yes, understood. I'll be there in 5 minutes. She cuts the call and shoves her phone into her pocket, looking me square in the eye. I must go. Duty calls. Duty? What kind of duty? My employer has a job for me. Job? Now? What about school? Oh, I'm sure they'll excuse this one. Let's talk again later, Yama. Oh, and make sure to bring you Rui, okay? Goodbye. And like a tornado stalking to its next target, she blazes out of the room. I'm left completely dumbfounded, with Yahiko who's dancing around the room, like it's just his mention on the moon. I have a fan! I have an actual fan! Real fan! I wonder how long it'll be before I can pledge her to my service as my first true minion. Maybe don't call her a minion. I wordlessly leave him in a fantasy of world domination and head to the cafeteria. It's more out of routine than actually feeling hungry. The shock of running into an old friend after 4 years might have something to do with that. Maybe I should be angry at Misaki, but at the same time, who knows what had happened to her with her and her mother? She seemed pretty uncomfortable talking about it. At least she's here now. I guess that's all that matters. If Misaki wants to tell me, she will on her own time. The cafeteria is broad and beautiful, boasting polished surfaces and tidy, well-lit spaces. Modern furniture settles well on the brushed mahogany floor. Students in pristine uniforms travel to and fro, scoping food from the extensive buffet counters around the perimeter of the cafeteria and returning to their friends. I spot Rui in the back corner of the cafeteria, staring up at the skylights, with a thoughtful tilt to her head. Actually, this would be a perfect time to tell her about Misaki. Rui would be thrilled to see her again. Hey, Rui. She jumps slightly at the sudden sound, and only then do I remember that I'm supposed to be apologizing for being dramatic yesterday. Except, I've never been great at apologizing, or even good, or actually even mildly passable. Say, how are you? I'm doing okay. How was class? It was okay, I guess. Oh, okay. We shuffled for a moment and I finally cleared my throat. About yesterday. It's okay, Yama. I know that seeing the bus must have brought up some memories. You were just lashing out. But I shouldn't have. No, I guess not. So next time something like that happens, I reserve the right to slap you, silly. And just like that, everything is right between us. You sure? What did I done to deserve a friend like this? I don't know. That's probably before that story happens. Thanks. But buy me lunch. What? Ah, come on, it's only fair. If I go into debt, I blame you for constantly mooching off of me. Are you ever going to pay for your own food? Probably not. But we can't count those grocery trips because I ended up cooking everything for you. And yourself. Labor taxes? Let's go already, I'm hungry. But just as she reaches forward and pulls my arm to her side, we hear a very familiar voice from behind us. Well, 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 what have we here? This guy. We jerk around in synchronization and promptly come face to face with Mr. Ryota. Rui quickly squeaks and jumps away, suddenly bashful. Oh, hi, Mr. Ryota. Look at you two, the adorable childhood friends, finally getting together after years of unneeded drama. I feel sick. What is this, some crappy anime? What? We're not together? I wouldn't go out with Yama in a million years. It's actually really adorable. I struggle to maintain a straight face. I know, I'm just too good for you. Wow. She snaps back into the Rui that the rest of the academy knows her as. Witty, confident, and touch malicious. She opens her mouth, no doubt, to smite me with some comeback or another, but Mr. Ryoka breaks us up. Well, if I don't end up barfing my guts out, you guys will have the most adorable wedding in all of history. And there goes Rui. How can you say something like that, Mr. Ryota? You're a teacher. You should know better. Oh, come on. You two will look back on to this day. Mark my words. With a cheerful wave, he splits to the Faculty Express line. Those words sound fairly ominous. I can already imagine all the embarrassing stories he'd liberally share with the other wedding guests. We'd probably have so many people rolling in the aisles from laughter that Rui wouldn't even be able to walk properly. What the heck am I even thinking about? Wedding? Rui? Mr. Ryota is being his usual self, I see. Yep. Now he's got me thinking about... No, not going there. Maybe now would be a good time to switch topic. Alright, I even have the perfect material. Hey Rui, you're not gonna believe this, but I saw Miki today. Rui's face cuts to complete blankness in the space of a millisecond. It is really shocking news. Maybe I should have eased it a bit. She ended up transferring to the school, and we coincidentally wound up in the same class. Dead silence. I finally start to feel a prickle of apprehension. We can hang out together again. We can... Did you talk to her? What? Of course, it's Miki. Rui, what's wrong? Aren't you happy? Well, no, I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, she has nothing to do with either of us anymore. Don't you remember? We were kids who held a stupid grudge for something beyond our control. Come on, we're older than that now. Oh, are we? She didn't really apologize, did she? Well, I pause for a moment. Rick's expression immediately darkens. I see that she didn't. And I know why. Because she wasn't there to see you fall apart. I don't think you remember, Yama, but you were in a really bad place after she left. Even to the point where, I mean, you know. But that wasn't because of Misaki. I mean, yeah, but she triggered the whole thing. It's just, when I think about it, I get mad at her. Really mad. So it's probably best for both of her and me if she stays away. So you're not gonna be friends again? The thought is so baffling that I can't help but stutter. In my mind, we'd always been a package deal. Me, Rui, Misaki. It was either all or nothing. I mean, you're your own person, so you should hang out with whoever you want. But I can't be buddy-buddy with Misaki until she realizes what she's done. I never thought Rui, of all people, would be irrational. How bad had I been, exactly? I'd never seen Rui so upset, at least not in a really long time. Sorry to be a downer. Why don't we just grab some lunch? How about you go on ahead? I need to talk to Mr. Ryota. Okay. Surprisingly, she doesn't ask me any more questions. She heads to the lunch line without a word. Maybe she also feels rotten inside, like something has been lost forever. I shake these thoughts and immediately locate Mr. Ryota, who's just popped out of the faculty line and, conveniently enough, is heading in my direction. He watches our separation with an eyebrow raised to his hairline. Oh. Are the newlyweds already running into trouble? I ignore this. Good timing, Mr. Ryota. I wanted to ask you something. Ugh. If the question is whether to officially ask Rui out, the answer is yes. What? No, that's not the question. Oh, really? That's a bit boring. Rui and I aren't. You know what? Never mind. I was wondering what it means when you see someone you haven't seen in forever, who you thought disappeared off the planet. It means exactly what you just said. Your life actually is a crappy anime. I never said that. Oh, you didn't? Mr. Ryota? Sorry. Can't help it. Now, who's this person you haven't seen in forever? She just transferred into my class this morning. Rui, her, me, we were very close when we were little back in our hometown Seto. Transfer student? Childhood friend? Don't even think about it. He's going to talk about bad anime again. Too late. My life is not a crappy anime. It's not. You're right. It's a really crappy anime. So, what's the problem? Well, I talked with her and I think we'll be friends again, but Rui is jealous. What? No! What is this, junior high? Sorry, I shut up. See, when Misaki, that's the transfer student, left, she accidentally triggered a giant depressive state that basically left me in the dumps for a year. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. Ruri claims it was bad. Yama... Oops, wrong voice. Yama. When can you come to... When... Sorry. Yama. When can you come to my office today? I want to listen properly to you, and the cafeteria is not exactly an ideal environment. But I guess that Mr. Ryota got hired to his job for an actual reason. Okay, I guess I'll drop by after school. Or during, really. Either way works. Now after lunch, you gotta go eat before the bell rings. Young, growing boys need all the nutrition they can get. You can't sound like the wise, all-knowing teacher when you just implied it was fine for me to ditch school. See you later, Mr. Ryota. He only responds with a casual wave before he saunters over to the nearest table, chatting easily with a group of students. It's been 2 hours. I'll try to wrap it up. I snag a plate of food and search for Rui, but she's nowhere in sight. Guess that conversation took a little longer than I originally intended. I quickly scarf my food down and return to the classroom. Maybe that's the right place to... It's a different scene. Okay. So... Thank you for watching. Thank you Dr. Food too. And 666 Demon for passing by and hanging out with me a little bit in the chat. Makes this more fun. I had fun. I hope you had too. And next time I might play something else. Not because I don't want to keep playing this, but because I think I'm going to play this during the weekends maybe. And play other things during the week. Just because that's probably a long game. And I'll cycle through different things. Just so if you want to watch something else, you can have variety on my channel. That sounds right? Right? I hope I get to see you again another time. Bye bye! Looked so angry.